Alright, once you have your symbols created, and you can see I have them all created up here and they're all named, I no longer need these originals, so I'm going to highlight them and delete them off my artboard. Then I want you to remember that you're going to show me that you understand foreground, middle ground, and background. Alright? So you're going to want multiple layers. So here in the bottom left, by default, I just have one layer, and it's called layer 1. I'm going to double click where it says layer 1, and I'm going to call that background. Then I'm going to create a new layer. Again, new is that folded piece of paper with a piece of paper with a little folded corner. Call the next one middle ground. And then the last one foreground. Now here's a gotcha. We haven't been working with layers yet. We've just been working with a single layer. So you got to be careful with which layer you're currently working on. Foreground, middle ground, or background. You'll notice that there are eyeballs that toggle visibility. That means these are all visible. They're all like sheets of paper that are visible right now, stacked on top of each other. If I don't want to draw on one of these pieces of paper, I want to lock it, and I probably want to hide it so I don't see it. Alright? Then I have to make the piece of paper I want to draw on active, or the layer I want to draw on active, background, so it needs to be selected, visible, and unlocked. And this is going to be a little confusing at first. Students always mess up, but you want to be aware of the layers you're working on. As we get into more complex artwork, you're going to be expected to use layers and use them effectively. Anyhow, let's look at symbols. Alright, how do we use them? So let's say I'm starting to draw something. I'm going to draw out a badge, so I'm going to draw that out. Maybe it could be like a nose or something, and then I can pull out one of these, and I'm going to turn it like that. Then I'm going to right click and transform and reflect that. Turn my preview on. I'm going to reflect it vertical, hit copy. I'm going to move it over like that. So let's just say I have a start of a face like this, okay? Not that I want you to do this drawing, just as proof of example. If you notice, if I click on this symbol right here, and I have my fill selected, and I try to pick a color, it says it should be orange. You notice it's not orange. It's because you can't directly change the fill or stroke of a symbol. You have to break the link to that symbol. Alright, break the link. Now it's no longer a symbol, it's a shape, like its original shape. Then you can come through and pick colors. Alright, and then I gotta break the link on the other one. I can eyedrop that eyeball, it's the same blue. Same thing here, break the link, and then I can come up and change the colors like that. Alright, you'll notice that these symbols are still here unaffected. Another thing is you cannot free transform these like this, right? Maybe you're thinking, well, I want my eyes to look something more like that. You're not allowed to do that. So part of the challenge is to use these shapes, you have to hold shift so that you keep them proportional. You can make them smaller like this. They just have to stay proportional. You can rotate them, you can flip them. They just have to stay proportional. So that's how you edit and reuse shapes. Make sure to break our symbols. Make sure to break the symbols so you can change the colors. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get started with a proper color theme. I'm going to delete that just because it's horrible and we don't need it. And next tutorial, I'll show you how to use Adobe color themes.